Okay, so let's start.
Let's start. So today's topic is very well timed.
Yeah, we suffered from it just today.
Yeah, today, last that was 2 weeks back when the algorithm changed and we had to move to Zoom for a couple of sessions. So the social media mistake and why do you need to have your website? And for most of the time you need it because it's yours. So as
Ownership.
ownership, you can say that it's always good to build your house, your home on someone else's ground. And when creating your building your business only on social media, it's similar to this, I would say, because you're not in control of basically nothing that's going on there.
Yeah, yeah. For example, we can tell about that. So LinkedIn, for example, he obliges you if you want to have an online event. If you do it on your profile, you cannot make a registration link. You can only do it if you do the event on your company page. But then but then also LinkedIn doesn't promote your event well in the network. If you put it on your profile, it will be promoted 10 times more. So we passed through this dilemma to put it on your profile or on the company event page. And do we, sacrifice reach over, getting the leads on the event? And if we had, for example, if we do it on our own platform, on our own website, we will be sure that each time the people we will have the ownership about selling and upselling, reaching directly to the people and inform them where to find us.
Yep. And we have also kind of a platform independence when it comes because we can choose which tool we use and how. So I'm not a huge fan of social media. I'm not going to hide it because of some of the reasons you spoke and some other stuff. But there is some good about the social media, and this is the social part, at least for now. It is more of human based. We'll see how it goes further when the AI takes even more over. But the good thing about this is we have some diversified marketing platforms where we can connect to a lot of people, have more
Yeah.
interactions, and show our, let's call it, show ourselves, or virtual meetings. Let's call it like that. So, and we can match your target audience, and usually is a low entry point for people to go to social media because you just have to create an account, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically more or less it. So the entry barrier is very low for that.
Yeah. I think also it's the social media platforms are very, very good if you want to, beta test a new product or a new service at a very low, price first. And just, to touch base, the market, and you'll have access to direct customers. You can talk to the people, but this is just for in my opinion, is just for the short run, just to, mm, minimizing the costs for testing if this will work or not. It's a very good, initial point in that. Also, you can track the interactions between you and the users and the people in there. You can have the statistics, which are magic, that you can see who are the people that reached out to you there, especially in your company page. The statistics are different than what you have on your profile. So that insights are very good. but you should convert to your own just after that. I think it's good to have this funnel, but then narrow it down to your own channel and take it from there.
Yeah, that's what surprises me sometimes when I see people that do have websites and they put their social media platforms in the top navigation bar, which basically says, yep, you went here, go now to see somewhere else.
No, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
But yeah, as you said, there is some good to it, but there are also some bad stuff that surrounds social media. And that's what we actually had the last couple of weeks, the direct impact of visibility and brand reputation by cutting down the visibility of our events, posts, and everything in between. Because what I feel I could see some kind of a pattern when first with the social media like Facebook or what have you or LinkedIn is small, then you have a good outreach for people. The posts are very likely to hit your target audience, but then when they have a lot of users, they cut down on everything and make it paid. At least this is the pattern I see for a couple of the social media that I used before.
Yeah,
and
I think, yeah, carry on, sorry.
Yeah, no, can add if
So I think for the you know, I was surprised about that, and I knew about it only when I dig deeper, you know. The bad thing about social media is that you need to be always updated on the, you know, the updates of the algorithm. They change how it qualifies the content, what kind of content it will organically promote in the network, and that has a direct impact on how you plan your content strategy, how you execute it, how even put the measures of success. For example, now it doesn't matter anymore about the frequency of how you put content, example on LinkedIn. What matters is when you do it and how people are reacting on it and how they are resharing it. So the algorithm changed, and it's not about how much you put, but it's about the quality of interactions your content is having on people. The more comments, the more interactions, the more reposting, the more viral your posts will go. And also now many people, so what they do is they need to post a long post so people will stay more to read it. So it fakes that for the algorithm, though, that are people really interested or not. The post is just too long. That's why the people are staying to finish. But for if it's interesting enough, the people will finish all of the post, and you have that button that shows that more. And if you click it and you finish it, it triggers a signal to the algorithm. Oh, this long post is very interesting. And if people, you know, and there is also some other stuff that I don't like about social media is most of the time, the first interaction dictates what other interactions will be. So if the first people don't like your posts, most of the people that come after will not like it. So you are, you know, sometimes being misjudged about one, you know, fast bad clicker.
And also, I don't know if this is true, but most of the time the changes are not publicly available. So you have to find out for yourself what works or not. So kind of starting from square one when it comes to, we're just putting an algorithm change. Now we have to figure out by try and testing it yourself, how it works or how you think it works.
Yeah, totally. So what do we have? Oh yeah.
We have also the ugly side, which is the sometimes even situations where the social media doesn't have control over it. And the most professional one is the social media government shutdowns. You can, we see it probably in the United States now, where they're trying to ban, or they have banned TikTok in some states, and
Yeah.
this is also a risk that's can bring your whole company down if you're on one social media and you're putting your eggs in this basket, then in one pen stroke, you can be out of business.
Yeah, it happened. It happened to a lot of even a lot of channels. Sometimes that you put some content and it doesn't speak or it doesn't obey to some kind of government or political party, and you are just cut off, and you are not available. YouTube, for example, it has been banned in a lot of countries back in 2009 when it wasn't, highly regulated and AI wasn't that advanced at that time. So yeah, and also I think the most scary time is the outages, that technical stuff. I know people, they lost their meta pages and they had to redo it from scratch. Sometimes your profile also gets hacked and you can't take it back.
Yeah, popular media outlets get a very huge target on their back because of just the fact that they are popular, and for some people just hacking into it is a huge ego boost in hacker community or what have you. So, and yeah, you cannot react in any other way because you don't have the power to do anything about it when the outreaches happen, because they are centralized and they are out of your hands, so to speak, when it comes to the fixing of it. So you have to wait and see what happens and for how long it does happen.
Yeah.
And the last thing what we talk about is the changing of the algorithm and how often it changes. Because as you said, social media, the idea of social media is to stay as long as possible on social media. Because at the end of the day, you are the product there. And you can be used as one if you don't if you don't allocate enough time or just the right amount of time, you can be spending too much of your life on there, not doing anything valuable, just thinking that you're doing something valuable.
Yeah. I think I think the frequency of algorithm change is what makes social media unpredictable, and that can give a huge hit to your social media presence just by they decided, okay. For example, the most algorithm change that disrupted Instagram profiles when Instagram was threatened by TikTok and its virality of videos, and they decided that they are not anymore a picture or photography related platform, but they are now a reels and video based platform. And Instagram was for a long time the #1 platform for photographers to showcase their products and services. And one of a sudden, you're not our priority anymore. We don't care. We changed.
Yeah, it's also kind of funny when one giant company gets threatened by another giant company, and to see them battling it out, I don't know, kind of puts you at ease because they all have the same problems in the end.
Yeah. So the photographers that didn't have their own website and their own platforms, they found themselves in a dawn of day, having their reach going down, and they needed to now show their photography in a different way and video based. So they need to allocate much more time and think more outside the box about how they share content there.
So basically you have to adapt to what the platform offers and not the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is speaking about the outages. We have some short financial impact that it could have on your company, based on the Meta outage that happened.
Yeah, last week. Last week, I think it happened for like.
Yeah, the world was in a standstill.
Yeah. So if we suppose that you have a business that generates daily $10,000 based on the Meta platform, and we had an outage for 1 day, so you would lose at least $10,000 a day.
Yes.
But that's not only that. This is just the revenue, but there are other costs that people don't see. So most of the time that people that generate that kind of money, about 10,000, they advertise heavily, let's say, on those platforms. So the money that they have put in advertising, also it's gone. And most of the time, it's 10% of what you will get as a revenue. You would spend the same amount, 10% of that revenue that you generate, you will spend on social media. So in this case, it's $1,000. So you lost 11. And then people, for example, who started to make a purchase, if it's your product-based company and you are selling through Meta, and they paid, and then the platform is not functioning, they will call for support. So you would have more customer support expenses.
Yeah, if they know what to call. That's just so sorry, because if you're basing your whole thing on, let's say Facebook, then they will usually go to Facebook messengers, try to contact support, but okay. And how do we get more information about your company then? So you basically have your clients in the dark.
Yeah.
So it's just a quick rundown, but what can we take away as kind of a little battle, social versus your own website? So the main takeaways that I would say was control over algorithms. So basically, what do you have on your website if it's permissible by law on the country? Because of course we cannot have everything. Drug sales or what have you. But usually, if it's not permitted on the website, it's also not permitted on social media. So you have the control of customization and branding. So usually social media websites or pages for your company look more or less the same. So you have a limited ability to show your creativity, to show your personality via a social media page. Website, you can go as crazy as you want, that you have to, but you can show the person that's visiting, this is basically how I live, this is my home. You can judge it more than just by a Facebook or LinkedIn page or other social media page. You are the owner of your data, which is also important, as we will speak in the next week about data protection. It's easier because you know where the data is located. I mean, you have more control over it, and it's basically more in your hands than any other companies.
Yeah.
Monetization opportunities, I guess a lot more on your website because you control the content, you control what it is you put there and how you want to, what goals you set there for yourself and for your company. Community building. I mean, it's a old method, but having someone email for an email newsletter is always better than having some contact on a platform that might be banned.
Yeah, I think also for community building, you can also add other channels such as Telegram that are more reliable, and it's not, there. I like Telegram, to be honest, because it's NGO based, and it's let's say part of the free internet.
Yeah, I like it too. And I see that WhatsApp is the new features copied from Telegram, so it's kind of when it comes to features, kind of a leader there. So yeah, I enjoy it very much also because, as you said, part of the free internet, not a huge corporation behind it. At least what it seems, but a user that created it and distributed it for the world. So
it's part also of the content freedom, the second point that you mentioned in here.
yeah, and this is also something you can do for your web on your website more than you can do on social media. Maybe you can not post posts that uplift other social media in front of other or what have you. You have the community guidelines. You have people that can flag your content. So yeah, you have more flexibility there to showcase your content skills and be more yourself than being restricted by some random guidelines or guidelines that also change very much in the last time.
You can be easily banned and blocked just because some people don't like your post.
Yep.
So, and long-term strategy.
Yeah, website, as we said, it's kind of your home. So it's easier if you put your time to content creation. It's easier to get found on search engines, and it's not built inside a wall that can be blocked, because sometimes Facebook posts can be blocked from search engine findings outside of Facebook. So the only way to find you is inside inside Facebook and not using Google or the search engine.
Yeah, exactly. And also about the long-term strategy, I think if let's say that social media is very good, as I said earlier, to beta test something that you want to launch. Do it enough there, but be sure that you have data ownership along the way. Ask for permission for the people to keep their information in your own CRM, so you can build your community and you will understand more and more what they are needing regarding the product or service that you want to ship. And then you will make a tailor-made service for them, and you will have potentially new prospects that will become clients, and then you will keep the relationship with those people, and you will create something very much meaningful even for you, and you will have direct contact with them without any intermediary, and you will know how to build the next good thing for them.
Yep. So use social media to keep in touch, make some small updates frequently, get your people to your own network, build your following on your own ground, on your own territory that you own and you have the control over as much as you want, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I think we're at the end of this topic for now.
Okay.
We had someone joining, but he disappeared.
Yeah, that's the magic of Zoom.
We have LinkedIn magic last time. Now we have Zoom magic. So a lot of magic is happening today and in a couple of weeks. And yeah.
I think that next week we will do our best to make it on using StreamYard and put it directly to the page.
Yep, we'll try that. But next week we have GDPR, so kind of connecting to today's topic when you used data ownership, and we'll be extending this topic to GDPR and information about what you do with the data, how you need to protect it, and yeah, what do you need to do with it, and when you can do it, and when you cannot do, or how do you need to inform the people what we will do with them. And yeah, the next session will be a week from now at the same time.
Yeah, let's say it's how you can use the data legally and bring
Yeah.
value to people.
Yep. And how, if you want to use it, what you need to, how
Be
do you need
aware
to
of.
inform the people about the usage? So basically being transparent with the data usage.
Yeah, totally.
So a good
Great.
session. We probably will learn something also the next time. And yeah, as usual, after we've grown a following, this will have more impact than this page.
Are you sure?
Hopefully. It depends if nothing changes regarding the algorithms for the next couple of you never know.
Just in case you have the Telegram and WhatsApp on the right down. So
Yeah, also,
yeah,
and the phone number so everybody can contact, and the email and the website. So contact directly. We will be putting this also to YouTube, this session, this recording, so everybody can catch up and see what they missed.
great. Good
Okay.
talk. See you next week.
See you next week and have a good one. Bye, everybody.